What's up, everyone? Hope you guys doing great. This is Htaed7 and RCT doing another live stream for you guys, and we are already at part 6 of our Castlevania Retrospective, and today we're gonna be featuring just 2 games. But what 2 games? Basically the N64 versions of Castlevania. Now, these are the first 3D entries of the Castlevania series. After this, then others like the PlayStation 2 versions that I will be featuring Thursday on Twitch. These are the first 3D, and even though they are not considered the best in the series, they do have their own charm. The first one I remember, I got right away because I was completely psyched about the fact that we were getting a Castlevania on the 64. I was a bit disappointed at the time that it wasn't a 2D iteration of Castlevania, but I got over it real quick once I started seeing the previews and stuff in the magazines, Electronic Gaming, GamePro, everywhere. I wasn't very fond of the graphic style, but it couldn't be helped at the time because of the limitations of the system. But yeah, as it started becoming closer to the release date of the first one, I was starting to get psyched. I wanted to get this game right away because I wanted to get that Castlevania fix. Now, the game, and this is of course from the perspective of a gamer, you know, not in the sense of, I'm not trying to make a review or anything like that of the game. I'm just giving you guys at least a small outlook of how it was perceived from the gamer's point of view at that time. Now, it came in, it got some average to good scores on the magazines, but there was something about it that quite didn't click, and it had to do not because the game wasn't good, but more because of the difficulty moving around in a 3D space. Now remember, these are the first titles. Now, I got through, this is probably one of the few games that I can say that I can honestly, I can't remember if I even bothered finishing or not, because it got to a point at that time. This wasn't the only game that I was playing, but it became very frustrating because the camera controls and the gameplay mechanics weren't intuitive enough at that time for you to navigate properly, and you would get like really cheap deaths in consequence because of this. Now, it was a fun game at the time, extremely fun game. It just didn't capture, to me at least as a Castlevania fan, it didn't capture the magic that all the others that came before and some of them that came after had. That being said, we do have to honor these 2 because these 2 were part of the main series. Even though there was a point in time, this is a little fun fact, there was a point in time where Iga, that's the nickname of the producer of Symphony of the Night and most of the greatest Castlevanias, at one point in time he kind of like took them out of being canon for some reason, because he said that it took some liberties and it went away from what he envisioned or whatever. I don't know. It was like that for a few years, and then he brought it back into canon. Why? I have no idea, but I give you the info as I got it myself. Now, one unrelated to Castlevania is right now at this point, I'm seeing a lot on the internet. I'm seeing a lot of talk about the game of the year. You know, it's this time of the year where people start going around, throwing around game of the years, this and that, and then another fanboy war starts, and everybody's like fighting for their own game of the year choice. I gotta say, honestly, to me, game of the year was between Fallout 4 and Witcher 3. Playing extensively Fallout 4, I gotta say, it's an incredible game, but to me, at least my opinion, Witcher 3 hands down to me is my favorite game of the year. I know this doesn't have anything to do with points towards reviewing a game, but it does to works towards the experience of said game, what I'm about to say, and it's that overall the game, even though it had some flaws, it had some bugs, it had some patches, CD Projekt never faltered from the get-go to be on point, to talk to gamers. They have been extremely nice. They have come through in their promises of free DLC. Their stance on piracy is commendable. They deal in a way where it's not this arrogant type of relationship with their gamers, and that has to be admired. It does not affect the game directly, but it does the overall experience of you purchasing the game. At least for me, getting it on PC, it's been absolutely amazing. I still, by the way, have not finished it at this point in time, and I'm gonna get to that as soon as I catch a break, because yeah, I gotta finish that. To me, that's the game of the year, hands down. Just wanted to leave that out there. So yeah, let's go do our Nintendo 64 Castlevanias. Now the first stream I'm going to dedicate to the first game, which that's why I'm taking liberties, I'm not rushing it too much, because I didn't mention the second game that came out, Legacy of Darkness. Basically, in terms of today, of modern gaming, this would qualify as the Game of the Year edition with all DLC included. Why do I say that? Because this one went back, it came with a new story, it's a prequel story to the first Castlevania on 64, and it gives you as a bonus, once you finish the game, the original with somewhat better graphics and better tweaks and stuff like that. So you get the complete package with this game. Why don't I start with this one? Well, basically because I want to be thorough. I want to give due to each and every one of them. So I'm going to start with the Castlevania 64, the original. Our first ever Castlevania for the 64. Hopefully the way that I left it configured this time, so hopefully I won't get any issues there. It is, I have a file here, but I'm going to start with a new one, and I'm going to choose, you can choose between Carrie and Reinhardt. I'm going to choose Reinhardt.
Transylvania, in the mid-19th century. The problem. Courage. Don't leave.
Actually, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to to get the sound a little bit higher. There you go. Let me quit out of the game so we can start again. The reason I did that is because I was finding that it was kind of low. And like I said, I mentioned before, all these Castlevanias to me is very important, both the visuals and also the music and sound. So there we go. Much better. Now I can let the intro, the story unfold. Necronomicon, the Book of the Dead.
Transylvania, in the mid-19th century, the province of Wallachia. In this time of peace and plenty, no one foresees the return of ancient horrors. But the old legends live, and soon the land will again be plunged into darkness. The people have returned to the path of wickedness, and the bonds that seal their evil ruler's spirit, Reinhard Schneider, heir to the ancient Belmont clan of vampire hunters. His blood dooms him to oppose the might of Count Dracula. Wielding the holy whip of his ancestors, the young vampire killer begins his quest.
Now, first thing is first, I gotta mention that it was kind of cool at the time having, especially on a system where it was so criticized for the format that it used, and one of the drawbacks of having that said format was the lack of voicing, and it was kind of like a nice touch having in the intro, you know, voice work and during the game as well. So it's kind of surprising given the limitations of the cart, but it's there. It was actually there, so it's a little thing to think about. Now the control scheme on, at least on modern, you know, controllers like this 360 one, is not very intuitive because you need to use the second joystick to actually do the secondary move. But you know, it's just part of the growing pains of moving a Castlevania to a 3D environment, I guess. And you have to, oh, I can't do it now. Oh, there it goes. You have a choice between two cameras, which in many ways are not very helpful. Okay, I got the second weapon, and to throw the weapon, I believe it's, yeah, pressing down on the joystick. Also slide and attack, which is extremely useful. In my case, I need to move the second joystick to the right in order to pick up stuff from the floor, power-ups and stuff like that, because it does not do it automatically. Okay. Oh, I just came from here. Alright. So you got battle view and normal view, which doesn't really, it doesn't really change between it as much as it would have you think. Come on, open door. Look at that nice guy. Seems mighty pissed. No, you won't. Has to be like a skeleton monkey or some shit. Move! And there is our intro with the monkey skeleton or gorilla skeleton. That's kind of what it looks like. Now these white crystals are the save points, and there will come a point where you will be begging to see one of these. Yes, power up. Some nice stuff around here. And we get a moon card. And a sun card. I think these cards, I believe, if I'm correct, they're to alter the time, to make it daytime or nighttime depending on the need. Yep. Because the difference, or the reason why you have that in game is that certain characters will react or do stuff depending on the time of day. So one of the first annoyance that you'll get from playing, especially if you're coming from a more modern gaming, is the fact that in order to jump, if you want to hold on to something, like let's say right here, this ledge, you need to keep pressing up and holding the button, because if not, he's gonna fall. Now, not knowing this is rather a pain in the ass. As you can see, if you don't do that, he's gonna fall, making for some annoying deaths because you forgot to keep the button pressed for whatever reason. Yeah, I'd rather have an axe. Axe, baby. See? The only way he's gonna climb a ledge or grab onto a ledge is by holding up and the jumping button without releasing. If not, you're gonna be sorry. Alright. More money. Okay. Oh boy, here we go. Now these suckers are a pain. Oh! No! Oh my god. There you go. Can't have none of that grabbing crap. I guess I'm already powered up because it doesn't want to grab it. So yeah, my whip has to be full power already. The bomb skeletons. Oh boy. I still have that chicken? Oh yeah. Man, that healed more than I thought. Oh no, 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 no. The bomb skeleton. Oh, and he's fast. Well, actually, that's, it's, there's the other one, too. I don't know if it could have been this one, for sure, because, the character you remember is Carrie. But it also could have been Legacy of Darkness, because Legacy of Darkness, the main character there is a werewolf, which is kind of cool. I wish that character would have, appeared in other Castlevanias, because using a werewolf to kill Dracula is pretty badass. So yeah, I'm dawdling too much here. Let me go to the main gate. Oh shit, he's still alive. I need to get out of here and into that area really quick. Are you kidding me? Give me my money. More money. I need my money. And let me save, dear Lord, let me save. Yes, I need to save. Because once you die here, it's game over. There's no continues, there's no chance, there's nothing. It's game over. That's it. Load from the last save. Oh shit! Get away, get away, get away. No! Oh my god. No, no, no. Get away. Get away. And they are relentless. They don't stop for anything. Oh, the cross, the cross. Give me the cross. There you go. There you go. Alright. Another roast chicken. Yeah. And I really need it. Look at this guy. Getting tons of gold. Oh my god, here he comes again. Jesus, get away. Oh! Crap. Ah, crap, I was looking at the chat and I just went over. See what I mean about saving? If you don't save, you're screwed. That's it. Probably would have had to do all of that again. And don't even think that it's gonna refill your life meter either. Oh god. Give me my roast chicken because I'm gonna need it. And actually, no, I was gonna save, but I'm not. No. Get away from me! Oh! Oh my god, I can't believe this crap. Well, actually I can, because it's what I remember. And you got another save point. Yeah, I'm supposed to go there, but where's the freaking switch? Let's see, do I have a map? Nope, I do not. Oh, you son of a... away. There you go. I'm dying. Can I die here? Can I die here? I need my chicken. Oh, roast beef. Even better. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. There you go. Much better. Why did I use the card? Yes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And here we go to our first exercise in frustration. Oh. Yeah, that's not very... Knowing that ain't helping, buddy. It ain't helping at all. No! As you can see, as easy as that, and it's over. Okay. Oh my god. Here we go. Let's traverse back. Again. But this is the way that it was anyway, so I cannot complain because this is how it was, people. No hand holding or none of that crap. Ah, the old money in the coffin trick. Nothing here, huh? Okay. Oh, I'm already hearing the bomb skeleton. And there is a endless supply of those fuckers. Oh, what happened here? It's already activated? Why am I at the other side? No, this is the door that's supposed to open, so no, it still hasn't activated. Now I gotta remind you guys that tomorrow is gonna be the PlayStation 2 episode, which is number 7 in the retrospective, and then finally we will have after that the best of the rest, which is gonna be a mix of games here and there that are Castlevania related, not necessarily part of the main series, but they were cool nonetheless. Among those, we're gonna have even a Game Boy Color title. We're gonna have Kid Dracula. We're gonna have Castlevania Judgment for the Wii, which is awesome. gonna have Haunted Castle from the arcade, extremely rare Castlevania game. And we're also gonna have the WiiWare title Rebirth, which is basically a remake of the very first Castlevania, but you know, with more modern graphics. Awesome little title. That one and both the rebirths, because there's a Contra rebirth and a Castlevania one. Both of them are excellent, and it could only be found on the WiiWare. And you know I'm gonna be dead here. I don't have enough energy to make it through here, so only one hit, and that's it. Let me grab my roast beef, please. Alright. Look at that! Oh my god, gotta get out of here. Let's move, let's move. Okay. The point is not to touch the wall. Oh, wait a second. I think I did not turn on the switch. Oh, so it's gonna be even harder then. Ooh. How am I supposed to hit this switch if I got these fuckers on me? Yes, operate the mechanism already. And down we go again. Remember guys, just touching the water and you're dead. Not very fun at all. Oh boy. If I would have missed that one, that's it. What? No way in hell, guys. I ain't going for another one. That's it. That's gonna be my coverage of that. Because I ain't dealing with this crap. No. All in all, to be fair, the game is cool. It just has a couple of things that... Now, also to be fair, the second one, Legacy of Darkness, managed to fix most of these annoyances because it has, to me, it has a better camera, at least a more usable camera. And even though the control mapping hasn't changed that much, it feels more tight. So, with that nice little music in the background, I'm gonna let you guys go and come back at around 8. I know I made the stream a bit shorter, but you know, what can I say? I wasn't gonna retread on that again. So I see you guys at around 8 in my second stream where I will cover Legacy of Darkness. Thanks for watching, guys.